For those who love adventure and mystery, join Esli on a challenging journey. Inspired by the Mayan legend of the Temple of Xibalba and the Ixchel gem, this story will take you to a world where light and darkness fight, testing the courage of a young adventurer. With creativity and mythological elements, discover how Esli will face his destiny and save the world. In a mystical land deep within the Yucatan jungle, the Xibalba Temple was shrouded in thick mist. The atmosphere was silent, with only the sound of wind rustling through the leaves. The Xibalba Temple appeared grand and terrifying, its architecture made of jet black stone and marble. Massive stone columns stood tall, surrounded by statues depicting spirits from the underworld. Inside, the temple was cold and dark. Faint light shone through cracks in the ceiling, casting an eerie atmosphere. On the walls, detailed depictions of the underworld sent chills down the viewer's spine. At the center of the temple, an altar adorned with precious stones emitted a ghostly light, as if calling lost souls back to this world. A secret passage led deep underground, where legend said the gateway to Xibalba lay. The dim torchlight barely illuminated the dark and dangerous path. Whispers echoed from the darkness, as if the voices of tormented souls. The air grew heavy and ominous, each step bringing one closer to the door of hell. The sacred Xibalba Temple was not just a temple but a labyrinth filled with deadly traps created by powerful Maya sorcerers to protect the treasures within. The intricate and deadly traps were scattered throughout the labyrinth. Some were triggered by the lightest step, while others involved flaming swords falling from the ceiling. At the center of the labyrinth lay the Ixchel gem, glowing with a mystical light, emitting rays of blue, green, and gold. The gem was placed on an altar adorned with depictions of the moon goddess Ixchel, a symbol of creation and cosmic power. Magical shields surrounded the altar, protecting the gem with a soft yet powerful light. No one could approach without solving the secrets of the labyrinth. Above the gem, a detailed astronomical map was carved into the ceiling, depicting constellations and lunar cycles, symbolizing the connection between the universe and the gem. The Maya believed that the power of the Ixchel gem could bring either prosperity or destruction depending on who held it. The sorcerers sealed the gem deep within the sacred Xibalba Temple. The sorcerers created a powerful protective seal, and only those chosen by the gods could pass the trials and touch the gem. No one had ever returned from the journey into the temple. Those who ventured in vanished without a trace, and the temple became increasingly feared by the people. Those who dared to enter were remembered in terrifying stories. Their faces were twisted with fear, and the light of lost souls seemed to lead them into the underworld. Warnings about the dangers of the Xibalba Temple spread quickly, but reckless adventurers were still drawn to the gem's power, though their fates remained a mystery. Inside the temple, lost souls wandered in the darkness, eternally searching for a way out but never able to return to the world of the living. In a small village near the edge of the Yucatan jungle, a young explorer named Esli had heard the legend of the Xibalba Temple since childhood. Esli carried the special bloodline of ancient Maya sorcerers. He always felt a deep connection to the gods and to the earth. Since childhood, he had mysterious dreams about the ancient temple and the Ixchel gem, glowing in the darkness. He knew these dreams were not just visions but signs from the gods, calling him to enter the Xibalba Temple. Driven by the gods and his sorcerer's blood, Esli decided to embark on a journey to the Xibalba Temple to uncover its hidden secrets. As Esli grew older, his desire to discover the temple's secrets grew stronger. He spent years studying Maya history, language, and magic. During his research, Esli discovered that the Maya were not only brilliant astronomers and mathematicians but also great sorcerers. The Maya could control the energy of the universe through complex rituals and mysterious spells. Esli believed that the Maya sorcerers created the Xibalba Temple and sealed the Ixchel gem to prevent its power from falling into the wrong hands. Armed with the knowledge he had acquired, Esli felt confident that he had found the key to unlocking the gate to Xibalba and began preparing for his dangerous journey. One night, while sitting by the campfire, Esli was drawn into a strange dream. He found himself standing before the massive stone gates of the temple. Moonlight streamed through the cracks in the gate, casting intricate patterns on the ground. A voice echoed in Esli's mind, filled with authority and mystery. "The time has come, Esli. You are the chosen one. Step into the sacred Xibalba Temple and bring back the Ixchel gem. Your destiny has been set." When Esli awoke, he knew it was time to act. He packed his belongings and left the village, heading towards the jungle. With every step deeper into the forest, Esli felt a change in the air, a heavy, silent presence, as if the entire jungle was watching him. But this did not deter him. He knew there was no turning back. His mission was to enter the temple, no matter what dangers lay ahead. As Esli approached the massive stone gate of the Xibalba Temple, he noticed ancient symbols carved into its surface. These were the same symbols he had seen in his dream, and he knew they were the key to unlocking the gate. Esli carefully placed his hand on the symbols, whispering the incantations he had learned from the ancient texts. Suddenly, the stone gate began to open, revealing a dark pathway leading deep underground. Inside the temple, the air was cold and damp, and the light from the torches Esli carried only illuminated a small area around him. The path ahead twisted and turned, with intricately carved stone walls depicting Maya mythology. Occasionally, he heard whispers echoing from afar, as if the temple itself was alive, watching his every step. As Esli ventured deeper into the temple, he encountered increasingly difficult traps and challenges. Each room he entered was filled with hidden dangers, from poisoned arrows shooting out of the walls to crushing traps waiting to spring on the unwary. But Esli remained undeterred. He used his knowledge and sharp instincts to overcome each challenge. He knew that each challenge was not only a test of physical strength but also of wisdom and courage. After days and nights of battling darkness and unimaginable trials, Esli reached a massive chamber where the light from the Ixchel gem illuminated the entire space. This room was unlike anything he had seen before. Its walls were made of jet black stone, engraved with ancient symbols and images of Maya gods in majestic poses. Beneath his feet, the floor was a reflective mirror, making the chamber appear as though it stretched into infinity. At the center of the room, the Ixchel gem shone brightly, as though it contained within it all the stars in the night sky. Esli stepped closer to the gem, but as he reached out to touch it, the ground shook violently, and from the darkness, a massive figure emerged. It was the spirit of the sorcerer who had sealed the temple, guarding the gem for thousands of years. His form shimmered like blue fire, and his eyes glowed with brilliant, powerful light. "Who are you to dare step into this sacred place?" The sorcerer's voice echoed, both a warning and a challenge. Esli took a deep breath and looked directly into the sorcerer's glowing eyes, his voice steady as he explained that he was here not to claim power but to protect the gem. The sorcerer vanished, leaving Esli standing before the Ixchel gem in a space filled with brilliant light, as if he were floating in the infinite cosmos. From afar, a massive shadow appeared, the embodiment of all the fears, doubts, and darkness Esli had faced in his life. Esli remembered his father's words, "Darkness can only exist in the absence of light." With determination, he focused on the light of the stars, pushing the shadow back. The shadow dissolved, leaving a clear blue sky. Esli realized that this challenge was about inner strength and purity of heart. Esli lifted the Ixchel gem, feeling a deep connection to the universe as the sorcerer's blessing echoed through the chamber. As Esli emerged from the Xibalba Temple with the gem, the sun rose, casting light over the forest. A new chapter in his life had begun. See you in the next stories, where other wonders and mysteries await us.